Welcome back to Content Hub, the only YouTube channel worth watching. But you already knew that. Alright, let's talk about this house. If a house had a Tinder profile, built around 1970, 2,545 square feet, 5 beds, and about 4 baths, it would still catfish beautifully. It would say something like, "I'm spontaneous, but I also have a 4,100K. It sits there at 1732 E Leaning Oak Seat, built around 1970 on a 10,750 square foot lot, parcel APN 86590140018, in Glendora, California, looking all innocent and put together. The name of the street itself, Leaning Oak Court, in a quiet 60s-70s cul-de-sac with mountain views, sounds both rustic and expensive. This house is trying so hard to be the lead actor in a movie about a successful, mildly charming architect. It's not just a building, it's a performance. This house is the friend who says they threw something together for dinner, and then they bring out a 5-course meal that looks like it was catered by angels. It has this quiet confidence, this smug little architectural smirk that says, "Yes, I know my Zillow estimate, and no, you can't afford me." You look at it and you just know the Wi-Fi password is something complicated, probably with a special character and a capital letter you'll never guess. Let's start our roast from the street, shall we? The curb appeal is weaponized. Even the 2-car garage and the backyard spa stand at attention. It looks like it gets professionally polished every Tuesday. Then you have the yard. This isn't grass. This is a green carpet that has been personally threatened into perfection. Each blade of grass stands at attention, like a tiny soldier in the army of suburban flawlessness. The bushes are not just trimmed, they are sculpted with the geometric precision of a math professor who has had way too much coffee. They don't just exist, they make a statement. We don't do weeds here. And the paint job. It's that specific shade of wealthy but not flashy beige that costs a fortune. It's the color of a very expensive, very bland latte. It's a color chosen to offend no one. Taxes run about 11 to 12 grand here, highest on this cul-de-sac, and there's likely no HOA. This paint covers up any hint of a personality that might have slipped through. The architectural style screams modern farmhouse, zoned single family near Whispering Oaks. Now let's talk about the windows. They are so clean, so streak-free, it's like they aren't even there. You could walk right into them if you weren't so distracted by your own reflection. The front door is big and imposing, painted a bold color like serious navy blue or ambitious forest green. It has a handle that feels important, like you should have an appointment. It doesn't say welcome. It says, state your business. Step inside this house, in your imagination of course, because we're not actually invited. And the story continues. It promises a life where everything has its place. The foyer probably has a little bench where you can sit and take off your shoes as part of the ritual. There's a little bowl for your keys that never gets cluttered with receipts or loose change. This house promises a world without chaos. Copper plumbing, they claim, where junk drawers simply do not exist. It's the domestic equivalent of a wellness influencer's Instagram feed. Beautiful, aspirational, completely unattainable. The living room promises cozy evenings by a fireplace that turns on with a remote control. The couch is a lovely gray that silently warns, please don't spill anything. The throw pillows are arranged with casual perfection, 45 minutes in the making. You'll finally read those classic novels you bought years ago. You'll host sophisticated dinner parties where people discuss art and foreign films instead of gossiping about coworkers and eating pizza from the box. Then there's the kitchen, the heart of this tastefully deceptive home. Utilities are standard city water, sewer, and power, and any remodel or spa permits show up in Glendora's Etrikit portal. Stainless steel appliances gleam, seeming to mock your leftover takeout. Vast quartz countertops promise a life free of clutter and crumbs. This kitchen makes you believe you'll make your own almond milk and know what to do with quinoa. The spa out back promises serenity you'll totally schedule later. The appeal of this house is that it's selling a fantasy. Neighborhood comps run in the mid-1 millions, so you're paying for the promise of a better you. In the end, this house tried to fight back against mediocrity with everything it had. LA County Assessor lists parcel 8659014-018. It threw on its best beige paint, puffed out its chest with a big, important-looking front door, manicured its lawn into submission, and once sold in 2005 for $750,000. It stood there, daring us to find a flaw, to find a single crack in its perfect suburban armor. And for a moment, we almost fell for it. We almost believed these walls would organize our lives and make us enjoy kale. Today, the estimates land around 1.0 to 1.35 million. The house put up a good fight, a really good fight. It almost won. But here's the thing about houses that try too hard. They have no sense of humor. This house is the straight man in a comedy duo, completely unaware that its seriousness is the funniest thing about it. It promises order and elegance, but life is messy and chaotic. Life spills wine on the white rug. Life lets the kids draw on the walls with a permanent marker. Life forgets to take the trash out until the whole kitchen smells a bit funky. This house, in all its polished glory, is unprepared for actual living, though it's outside FEMA flood zones and sits in a foothill wildfire risk area that's probably moderate. It's a wonderful place to visit in your daydreams. Zoned single family in Glendora, USD, Sellers Elementary, Goddard Middle, Glendora High. You're near Glendora Village Shops, Foothill Transit, and the 210 freeway. Deed images live with the county recorder for a fee.